Welcome to the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to ask questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from St. Andrews University.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm excited to kick things off today. My name is Keith Doucette, and I will be your guide on this virtual tour of St. Andrews University. Our institution is guided by 4 pillars, and you will see these on the corners of the screen here. As we virtually travel over these next few minutes, our stop will all have ties to these 4 cornerstones. To embark on our journey, let's start with where we began. Our institutional roots date back to 1896, and this long history has yielded many rich traditions. For today's students, what that means is those are the solid foundations from which they can build upon to forge their unique educational and career paths. Now, the foundation, St. Andrews University itself, is firmly grounded in Laurinburg, North Carolina. For those not familiar, you will find us tucked into the North Carolina-South Carolina border, just 25 minutes west of Interstate 95. Laurinburg is a small southern town. What this means is that our students have small town Main Street charm in an embracing community just minutes from campus. When big city life calls, our students have access to major metropolitan areas like Charlotte, 2 hours to the west, and Raleigh-Durham, about an hour and a half or so to the north. Grab your sunscreen, grab your surfboard. You can head to the beaches of Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina in less than 2 hours. And if apple picking and whitewater rafting and fall foliage are some things that excite you, we have the Appalachian foothills just a few hours to the west. Now our campus, you can bring your car. Yes, freshmen can bring their vehicles. You can bring your fishing pole. You can even bring your horse. Heck, bring them all with you to start your journey at St. Andrews. Our beautiful lake-centered campus spans over 200 acres. Nestled on opposite shores, you will find our academic buildings connected via scenic causewalk to athletic and student life facilities. That does include our 8 residence halls. Those planning on bringing their equine bestie will find happiness less than 2 miles down the road at our 300-acre St. Andrews Equestrian Center. No horse? No worry. We have over 100 university-owned animals that our students have access to. Now, our student body comes in just under 1,000 students with over 35 states and 26 different countries represented. This speaks to our global pillar. Today's marketplace is global, and a college campus that reflects such helps expose you to different viewpoints, languages, and cultures that strengthen you personally and professionally. Our students take their education to the world through various study abroad opportunities. Anyone want to live and learn in a working castle for an entire semester? It sounds pretty good to me. St. Andrews' size makes it a great place to build true community. From your very first visit, the supportive, close-knit, and caring educational family envelops you. You will find small class sizes, personalized attention, and a faculty and staff that want to learn about you and help you succeed. It is truly a place to be known. Now, when it comes to our academics, we offer 22 academic majors along with 22 minor options and the flexibility and support to tailor fit your program of study through interdisciplinary degree options. Our most popular areas of study are our business, our education, and our life sciences, which are all supported by our liberal arts core. Recent additions to our majors include a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, a specialization in criminal justice management through our business administration program, and a secondary education degree with grades 9 through 12 licensure. We are proud that our students have access to one-on-one career exploration and planning at all stages of their education. From help finding a job shadow opportunity to resume writing and interview role plays, and those ever important internships that provide that experience to move forward. Our career and vocational services are on hand to help you discover your purpose. Calling all student athletes. Do you want to be involved in sports? Do you want to excel on the field, on the court, or in the arena as much as in the classroom? We offer 27 intercollegiate varsity sports through the NAIA. We offer the opportunity to really excel in many different ways. So if you are a student athlete and you want to use your competitive spirit and teamwork, our coaches are always looking for high character and talented student athletes to strengthen Knight Nation. New additions to our athletic department include esports, women's beach volleyball, and women's wrestling. To meet our coaches and discuss roster opportunities and scholarship options, please visit our athletic page of our website. For those equestrian-specific athletes, St. Andrews boasts over 50 years of championship equine tradition. We have 3 intercollegiate riding teams that compete in hunt seat, western, dressage in the IHSA and IDA. The Equestrian Center is about education as much as it is riding competition, with academic programs in equine science, pre-veterinary science, therapeutic horsemanship, and equine business management. So come ride with us. We have options for the novice all the way up to the highly experienced rider. Now at St. Andrews, we offer many different ways to be involved in campus life. So whether you want to try new things, build community, we offer options in theater and in choir. So if you like to sing, act, game, or volunteer, our 20+ clubs and organizations have something for you. These are great ways to meet new people and expand. Now, to learn more about all of our scholarship opportunities, to set a virtual tour or an in-person tour, or to get to our free application, take a screenshot here, point your cell phone camera at these QR codes, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Knight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from WVU Potomac State College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cassie Weiss, and I'm an admissions counselor with WVU Potomac State College. And I work with all of the Virginia students. I'm very excited to talk with you all today to take you home to the place where you belong, right at Potomac State College in Kaiser, West Virginia. So go ahead and let's follow me down this country road, and I can tell you a little bit more about our school. So as our name suggests, we are part of the WVU system. So we offer the best of both worlds. So we are the smallest campus. So we are located over in Kaiser, West Virginia, which has a town population of about 5,000 people. We have about 1,300 students on campus, and we are able to offer that big university academic curriculum but deliver it in a small college setting. So our student to faculty ratio is 20:1. So that means that you're guaranteed face time with your professors. We do offer over $600,000 in scholarships. They were dispersed over the last year, and it is free to apply to our school. So your path to success, it starts right here. We take pride in that really family-like atmosphere. You're going to be able to find your mentors and find friends, and you're going to be able to save money all along the way to your path to a degree and a meaningful career. We do have an average class size of about 22 students, which is somewhere around the normal average for an actual high school class at this point. So you're still going to have about the same class size if you come join us. We do offer a variety of options. We have over 60 majors on our campus in different degree options, including 2-year degrees, so an associate's degree where you can go out and start your career right away, a 2-year transfer degree where you can move on to one of our other campuses in Morgantown or Beckley or another university of your choosing. We also have begun offering 2-year associate's degrees online in general studies and business administration. Those are new for 2020. And we do also offer 6 4-year bachelor's degree programs on our campus in nursing, computer information systems, criminal justice, business administration, sustainable agriculture, entrepreneurship, and our Regents Bachelor's of Arts. So we all know that with college comes sometimes some academic challenges, that your classes can be a little bit harder than you expected. So if you visit our Mary F. Shipper Library, we always have the resources for you to help you through those tough times. So there are professionals available that can help you locate and use a wide variety of information and resource services, including the WVU online database, where you can find anything you're going to need, whether it be a newspaper article or an actual scientific paper that you need to cite for a research paper. Students do have access to all the electronic resources regardless of what time of day. They can access them anywhere at any time. The Mary F. Shipper Library is also the home of our Academic Success Center, where we offer free tutoring to all of our students. We do have professional tutors available in English, math, and science, and we do also have peer tutors available that go through an extensive interview process in order to be able to tutor other students on campus. So one of our biggest characteristics is that we are actually a really affordable college. We're one of the most affordable four-year colleges in the United States. What you're seeing on the screen now is our annual tuition and fees for this year, 2020 to 2021. We did not raise our rates this year with everything that's been going on in the world. The new fees for 2021 and 2022 have not been set yet, so these fees are subject to change in the future. But you'll notice your out-of-state tuition, which would be for Virginia students, would be right around $11,500. We do offer a metro rate tuition for Virginia students that are from Frederick County or Winchester City, Virginia. So they get about a $4,000 break in order to come to our school. You'll notice that your room and board, which is your housing and your meal plan, runs right around $8,500. So in total for Metro, you're looking at about $15,800. And for out of state, you're looking at about $20,000. Now these rates are based on 2 full semesters, so an entire year of attending Potomac State College. So financial aid, along with that affordability thing, almost everyone on our campus, especially our freshmen, 84% of our freshmen do qualify for some sort of financial aid. Of course, you are required to submit your FAFSA, and we use the same FAFSA code on all 3 WVU campuses. So Morgantown, Beckley, and Kaiser, we all use the 003827. We do all offer expanded scholarship tiers to offer even more students an opportunity to earn a WVU degree. And those are transferable between the campuses. And starting for next year, for 2021 and 22, we will begin offering academic scholarships to students who do not submit test scores with us. So we do not require test scores for admission, and now we'll be able to offer scholarships as well for students who do not submit ACT or SAT test scores to us. So speaking of housing and residence life, we do offer 5 residence halls on campus. All of our residence halls are equipped with Wi-Fi, cable, television access, AC, and heating. They also all have student lounges, and all students are provided with a bed, mattress, desk, and chair. And there are a variety of meal plans available as well for our residence hall and commuter students. And you can also select from different styles of living, whether it be a single, double, or quad room. And we also offer suite style living as well. So we all know that going to college isn't just about academics, it's also about joining a community. So there's a variety of different ways that you can do that at Potomac State. So we do have 11 different intercollegiate sports that are for National Junior College, so the NJCAA, including esports. We do have over 25 student-run organizations, and we have a variety of campus activities available as well. We are surrounded by a lot of natural areas, so we have a lot of outdoor activities like kayaking, mountain biking, hiking, camping available. So, of course, you've learned a little bit about Potomac State College today. If you do want to see more, please check out one of our virtual options, which is available at go.wvu.edu/PSC visit, or you can find my counselor contact information under Let's Talk, or you can submit an info card for us. And if you like what you see, go ahead and apply. Like I said, it is free, and we do not require test scores. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. Just a reminder to please submit any questions into the Q&A box. All of our presenters would love to be able to respond and interact with you. Next, we'll be hearing from Bridgewater College.
Good morning. My name is Jared Smith. I'm the Director of Admissions here at Bridgewater College, and excited that you've decided to join us to see if Bridgewater might be the right fit for you. We're going to talk about fit in a couple different ways. We're going to talk about an academic fit, social fit, and then fit in terms of admissions and financial aid. It's an exciting time on Bridgewater's campus. We've had an enrollment growth over the past 17 or so years. When I was a freshman in the fall of 1999, enrollment was about 1,100 students. So we have grown our undergraduate enrollment to about 1,500, almost 1,600 students, and we've added some grad school programs as well. We'll talk about that next. With a student body of about 1,500 students undergrad, the average class size is 21. There's a 14-to-1 student to professor ratio for students in classes. And the smallest class that I had as a senior was my senior sum class. I was one of 4 students in it. So the higher you become in your classes, the more advanced classes you take, the smaller those class sizes are going to be. I think it's important to note too that our largest class is capped at 45 students, and that class is our Biology 100 class that every entering first year student has to take unless they're a bio major or are placed out of it. The lecture part of that class is capped at 45, as I said, and then the lab portion of that class that meets 1 day a week has 12 students in it. So when you're doing that when you're doing that hands-on work, you're really getting a one-on-one attention and interactions with our professors. Not only have we seen growth in our enrollment, but we've seen growth in our academic programs as well. We have now added 4 graduate school programs to our campus. All 4 of the grad school programs have a combined program approach. So in 5 years, you can earn a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. Our first program that we started was athletic training. That was 4 years ago. The following year, we rolled out a digital media strategies program. And then this summer, we welcomed 2 new cohorts onto campus, human resource management and our psychology mental health professions. We have aspirations to grow our academic programs, in particular our grad school programs, but we're not going to add an MBA program. The world of higher ed doesn't need an MBA program, especially not one from us. We're going to look to add grad school programs that are meaningful and impactful for our students. All of these programs have very strong undergraduate connections to them, and it was a natural transition for us to add grad school programs to these. So over the next coming years, we're going to look to add 1 to 2 grad school programs each year. This past spring, we opened our John Kenny IV Learning Commons. So this project took us about 4.5 years, and it took our library and transformed it from a traditional library with traditional library services into a modern one-stop learning space for our students. And yeah, I said it took 4.5 years because we did 2 years of research and development and studied the library. We studied the foot traffic in and around the library of our students and developed the Learning Commons. So it was a $13 million project, which was a complete renovation and added a 10,000 square foot addition onto the library. Excuse me. As I said before, it's a one-stop shop for your academic resources. So the career services office is in there. There's a technology support service center. Our tutors and peer coaches are in there. There's academic tutors set up for each class, and peer coaches are upperclassmen that are there to help students get organized and be successful for the semester. The writing center is there, which is great because you can walk in with an academic paper and at any stage and get help. If it's, this is what I'm thinking, can you help me get an outline, to this is my first draft, can you take a look at that as well? And then we have multimedia production areas in there. So if you have to do a presentation, you can go in and actually record your presentation, your session, and then take it back and look at it. But then you also have the technology available that if you need to overlay voice onto a multimedia project, you have those technology needs there as well. Smitty's Cafe is like a Starbucks or Panera. It is a cash operation, but they do serve Starbucks drinks and have food available as well. You'd be hard pressed to find a student on Bridgewater's campus that is just a student. Over 30% of our student body participates in an NCAA sport. And we also offer over 60 different clubs and organizations and have a robust intramural program with over 30 different intramural teams as well. There's always something going on campus for students to be involved in. Financial aid, Bridgewater is a private school, so that automatically, usually the first thing that comes to people's mind is that's an expensive school, and we have a higher initial cost of attendance than most schools. But every student that applies and is admitted to Bridgewater will receive a merit scholarship ranging between $21,000 and $30,000. Our Virginia residents will qualify for the Virginia Tuition Assistance Grant, and that's a grant awarded to the state to students from Virginia who choose to attend a Virginia private college or university. Last year, that grant was estimated at $3,400. And then we have federal aid available based off of the free application for federal student aid, which that opens up tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that if you're a senior. The admissions process is really pretty easy and simple. We have a bridgewater.edu app. We're also on the Common App. We treat both applications the same when coming through the process. We have the option for test optional. We have an early decision, early action deadline of November 15th, and then a rolling admissions process as well. I appreciate you joining us today, and if you have any questions, we'd love to answer them. Thanks.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Radford University.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Guadalupe Sanchez, and I serve as the Assistant Director of Multicultural Recruitment for Radford University. I also have my colleague joining me today. His name is Charles Salyers, and he will be helping me answer any questions that you all may have about Radford in the chat today. So I'll go ahead and dive right in to Radford. Radford University is a four-year public state institution in Virginia. We're located in the southwest part of the state of Virginia. I like to say that we are really located in one of the most beautiful parts of the state because we're surrounded by the mountains, and we have plenty of opportunities for our students to enjoy the great outdoors and be one with nature. So if you like hiking, you like kayaking, you like tubing down the river, all those wonderful things, you have access to those amazing things very close to campus. At Radford University, we are considered a mid-sized institution. So the great thing about that is that we're not too large, but also not too small. So we're that perfect medium-sized fit for a lot of students. You can see on the screen there that we do have just under 9,400 students that are currently enrolled at our campus. And the great thing about that is that the majority of our students are undergraduate students that are pursuing that bachelor's degree. So a lot of the college experience here at Radford University is going to be geared towards students that are pursuing their bachelor's degree. Currently, we are about 57% female and about 43% male on campus. That's our student population. But I do like to say that that's pretty national average across all colleges and universities within the United States. And we also do take a lot of pride in being a university that is very accessible to first-generation students. Currently, we do have 32% of our students as first-generation, the first in their families to go to college. So that's definitely something that we are very, very proud of at Radford. Another thing that really makes us unique, just kind of like I mentioned in the previous slide, is our size, right? We are mid-sized, so we are able to establish a strong sense of community for our students. And we really feel that this community engagement begins in the classroom for our students. So you can see on the screen there that the average class size is about 29 students per class. And this starts as soon as you become a freshman with us. So you won't ever have any large lecture halls at Radford. You're not ever going to be a number. You're never going to be placed in a class with hundreds and hundreds of students. You're always going to have more of those intimate class size experiences so that you do have more direct access to your faculty members. We highly encourage all of our students to really connect with their faculty members for opportunities to do research and various internship opportunities as well. Overall, we have about 108 academic programs that students can choose from. I like to say that there is a little bit of everything for every student. And on the screen, you can see the full list of all of the colleges that house the majors, minors, and concentrations that we offer at Radford. There's a little bit of everything. I would say nursing is definitely one of those programs that is very popular for Radford. It's one of the most competitive selective programs that we have, and our students have a very high passing rate on the NCLEX exam to become registered nurses. Currently, also our cybersecurity cybersecurity program is one that is in high demand. We actually launched this program last year, fall of 2019, and our students are loving it. Business is also another one of the popular ones that we have. Our business programs are accredited by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, which is the most prestigious accreditation that a business school can receive. So that's definitely something that our students are able to take advantage of at Radford. But overall, if you're undecided, you're not sure what you want to major in, that's completely okay. We completely understand. We do have a Center for Major Exploration, and you can come in as undeclared, and we'll have an advisor that will work with you and guide you through that process of finding the major that suits you well. So for Radford, there are plenty of different resources that students can take advantage of once you're here on campus with us. If you need certain accommodations in the classroom, we can assist you with that through the Center for Accessibility Service. And then also we have the Center for Career and Talent Development to really help you grow as a young professional, whether you need someone to help you write a resume or help you find different career opportunities, we can assist you with that there as well. We also have the Center for Diversity and Inclusion. They do a lot of great work for our students, put on a variety of different multicultural events to celebrate the diversity that we have on campus. And if you need any additional academic support, such as tutoring, or you need help with a writing center, you can also go to the Harvey Knowledge Center for that. And then lastly, we also have a bunch of different things that you can do when it comes to student life. So currently we have about 300 different clubs and organizations that students can be a part of. I like to say that there is a little bit of everything for students to get involved in. We're also Division I institution. So we have 16 athletic departments that students can also participate in. So lots of different things for our students to stay active and really have a fulfilling and vibrant college experience. Overall at Radford, we are considered one of the most affordable state institutions in Virginia. So our current cost of attendance for the year is $20,962. And this does include tuition and fees, housing, and the meal plan. So it is inclusive of all of that. We do have a priority deadline for students to submit the FAFSA, which is January 15th. Do not wait that long. The FAFSA does open up tomorrow, guys, so definitely take advantage of that. And we also take a lot of pride in having awarded students lots of financial aid scholarship opportunities. Last year, we were able to award 78% of our students some form of financial aid. So once you submit your admissions application, guess what? You're automatically considered for scholarship opportunities. And then lastly, to apply, you can apply through the Common App or our website. So you have two options there. We are 100% test optional, and our application is free. So you don't have to pay an application fee to apply. And that is all I have for you all today. So thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you. Just a reminder to keep sending in those Q&A questions. And now we'll be hearing from the University of Richmond.
Well, hi there. I'm Rebecca Buffington with the University of Richmond. As you probably are assuming by the name of the University of Richmond, we are located in Richmond, Virginia, which gives us some good advantages in being located in the state capital in a medium-sized city. So here you see one picture of campus. And so we're in a residential suburban part of the city of Richmond. We're about 3,000 undergraduate students, small private university in the Richmond area. About 90% of our students do live on campus all 4 years, so residential from that aspect. Our average class size is 15. 99% of our classes have fewer than 30 students in them. So the handful of classes that are bigger are business classes, typically. But most of the classes you'll take from your first year all the way to your final year will be average class size 15. Your first year classes maybe 20 to 22 students on average. So in the classes, we're more discussion based than lecture based. So having really great connections with your faculty and other students in the classroom. From a location perspective, we're about 15 to 20 minutes from downtown Richmond. What that means for you is that you have great access to all that's going on in the Richmond area. So more than 900 restaurants, really across all cuisines I've been able to think of as I've tried restaurants in the area. other ways for entertainment and stuff in the Richmond area. Access to 7 Fortune 500 companies in the Richmond area, the seat of government for the Commonwealth. So opportunities for internships or shadowing within all of the different industries, companies, nonprofits that are in the Richmond area that you could do during the school year or certainly over the summer. And then some other orienting things if you're not familiar with the Richmond area. From a student involvement perspective, on average, our students are involved in 4 or 5 student activities. We pulled out a few examples of some of the student organizations that we do have. We are Division I, so 17 Division I teams, around 30 sport clubs, and then intramural sport options. So about half of our students continue or start to be involved in competitive sports. And then you can see some other opportunities there from a student involvement perspective. One of our signature program is this Richmond Guarantee opportunity over the summer. So we're guaranteeing you at least one funded summer internship or research experience. It would be up to $4,000 depending on the length of your experience. That would be for 10 weeks. And you determine which summer will help you figure out if you'd like it, the industry or the company that you work with or the area that you might be in, where you go, all of those kinds of things. Study abroad is a huge thing at Richmond. We would really like that 100% of our students would study abroad. We're about 2/3, and here are the countries that we partner with it's with 75 universities in those 30 countries. A few pictures of students in their study abroad location. As you're thinking about that, I'll move along to academics. So we do have 3 undergraduate schools, 5 schools in total. So we have a law school on campus as well and a continuing education school. All students come in the School of Arts and Sciences, and most will then decide on a major within the School of Arts and Sciences, the Robbins School of Business, and the Jepson School of Leadership Studies. The School of Business, or the business major, is our most popular one. And within the School of Arts and Sciences, that encompasses the arts, natural sciences, math, social sciences, and humanities. And then the Jepson School of Leadership Studies is more unique or unusual. So it's an interdisciplinary academic look at leadership through the scope of historical leaders and leadership, current day, and then conversations around you going into the workforce, going to graduate school, and what leadership should look like for you. And that the conversations are you defining that for yourself. Most of our students will choose to double major or major and minor. So that's certainly a key part to our academics is students coming in with different areas they might be interested in and pulling together different areas. A different view of our student commons. We were this year ranked the most beautiful campus in the U.S. for this year. It'll change for next year, but we're very much recognized frequently for the beauty of our campus. To give you an idea of kind of the makeup of at least our first year class, we're pulling from 37 different states. Virginia being the most represented, but from across the U.S. 11% international students, and the student body overall, about 29% of our students are U.S. students of color. And I'll skip to this to give you an idea of the admitted range for our admitted students, so GPA and test scores, so as you're considering your options to see if maybe you might fit there. We are test optional for seniors this year, and no indication. We don't know yet for future years. And I will leave it there. Thanks for listening, and I'll pass it off.
Thank you. And just another reminder, keep sending in those Q&A questions. And now we'll be hearing from Towson University.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Melissa Stoker. I am from Towson University. I'm one of the assistant directors there, and I do work with all students who attend high school in Virginia. So if you decide to apply to Towson University, I will be your admissions counselor. You do see a picture here, so I wanted to give you an idea of kind of what campus looks like, especially since you're not necessarily able to come to campus right now. But first things first, I want to give you an idea of kind of how big Towson is. So Towson is considered the fastest growing university in Maryland, and that is in 2 different ways. In terms of the number of students coming into the university each year, as well as in the different projects that are happening on campus. So renovating a lot of new buildings and also putting new buildings on campus. So constantly growing in that way. And we are also the second largest in the state of Maryland. So we are right outside of Baltimore City. So not quite in the city, but super close. We're about a mile from the city line. But at the same time, we are actually the largest in the Baltimore area. And even though we do have about 23,000 students, 19,000 of those students are undergraduate students, and about the average class size at Towson is just about 24 students. So you still get to know your professors. What we like to say about Towson is that it is a big school with those big school opportunities that I'll kind of talk about today. But at the same time, it has that small school feel. You really are not a face in the crowd. Your professors know your name. They're there for you. Our professors love working with undergraduate students on research opportunities too, which is kind of unique, especially for a larger institution. Typically, professors are working with graduate students to kind of work on those different research projects. But at Towson, they are working with those undergraduate students too. Also good to know that Towson is a pretty diverse campus as well. So about 47% of students at Towson do identify with the minority, racial, or ethnic group. And we have students coming from all over the country and about 80 countries around the world. So I do want to give you an idea of some of the different majors that Towson has. So Towson actually has over 60 undergraduate majors. So we're definitely known for nursing, known for education. We started out as a teaching school back in the 1800s. We actually produce the most teachers in Maryland. And that also does include some of those Northern Virginia areas. We have some students who like to do their teaching assistantships there too. So if you'd like to stay in-state for a semester to teach at a Virginia school, that is also potential for you if you're thinking about education. But I did want to highlight some of our more unique programs here as well, because we do have all the standard business, education, criminal justice, we have cybersecurity, but I wanted to also show some of these more unique programs like speech language pathology and audiology, actuarial science, which is part of our math degree. So there's all kinds of different opportunities for students at Towson. I do also want to mention that Towson is major blind. So when you're applying into the university, there is a place on the application where you can write down your major that you're considering, and I will see that, but I wouldn't take it into consideration as part of the admissions process. So that gives you the flexibility to change your major at any time. But there are certain screened majors, such as business, nursing, which is one of our most competitive majors, education. Some of those majors are all screened, so you would come in as a pre-nursing major, pre-business major, do prerequisites freshman and sophomore year, and then apply into the major in your sophomore year. So just to know that going in, there's nothing you have to do in high school to prepare for that. It's all something you would complete as a current student at Towson, but just to give you an idea of how that would work. We also do have pre-professional programs as well. These are advising programs that you pair with your major. So I know a lot of times students are interested in pre-med as a major, but pre-med is actually not a major at most institutions. You're usually having a base major such as biology, exercise science, healthcare management, and then you can pair that with pre-med advising or pre-dental advising, and you're paired with faculty who are specialized in those fields to help you to make sure you get all those prerequisites that your graduate schools will require, as well as helping you find those different internships, those research opportunities that I mentioned. I know Towson, we are actually about 20 minutes from Johns Hopkins Hospital, and we have a really great relationship with them. So a lot of our students are getting internships at Johns Hopkins Hospital. So if that's something that you're thinking about, it's a really great place kind of where Towson is located. We can really take advantage of all the things happening in Baltimore City, but also the small city of Towson as well. So always stuff going on around campus. So going forward, I did want to give you an idea of kind of what student life is like on campus. So again, we are a larger institution. We are a Division I school, so we do have 19 NCAA Division I sports teams, which are all listed here. We are especially known for lacrosse. We are top 10 in the nation for lacrosse, so if you're thinking about that, it's a great place to be. But we have all these other sports as well. We also do have club sports, so still competitive, still go out and play those other colleges and universities, but maybe it's a little bit less of a commitment, not up at 6 a.m. practicing every day. And then we also have intramural sports too. So that's where you just go out, have a good time, get to know other people, stay active on campus. But if you're thinking about things beyond sports too, we have all kinds of different clubs and organizations. So over 250 on campus. I know Greek life, if you're thinking about sororities and fraternities, definitely have a presence on campus. About 17% of students at Towson are in Greek life. So that definitely has that place if you're thinking about that. But if that's not your thing, there's all kinds of other ways to get involved too. So our Center for Student Diversity is where we house our campus ministries, our different cultural clubs on campus. If you're interested in LGBTQ+ organizations, those are all housed within the Center for Student Diversity. And then even beyond that, plenty of other clubs and organizations too. And the nice thing is we really want Towson to feel like your place. So if you find that there's a club or an organization that we don't have that you think that we should have, you can always work with our Student Government Association to then start a new club and get funding to do things like events and go on trips with your club. Towson also has some really fantastic study abroad opportunities too. So just to know that those are available for you as well. So this is the freshman application. The biggest thing that's different is that we are not a part of Common Application and we're not a part of Coalition. So just to make sure that you are applying on our website, and we are test optional for admissions and also for scholarships and honors college. So this is our cost of attendance. So if you're thinking about that, this is out of state. And the last thing is just to know that our open houses are coming up. This is a place to learn more about your majors. And then also my contact information is here as well in case you have any questions later. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining us. If you have any Q&A questions, go ahead and send those in right now. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to check out the full schedule and sign up for additional sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. I don't see any more Q&A questions at this time, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to everyone. Thank you again for joining us. Bye now.